So Zarya grows up in Eloa, which looks like a utopia on the surface, but is actually a dystopia. It is not a book celebrating purity culture. It is exactly the opposite of this. She is not allowed to be touched by any man because she is being saved for the sea god, which messes her up in the head. It's not so like blatant in the books because it's not so blatant in real life. So now Zarya has these layers, and she is both going to be in conflict with herself and with men, at Laslian in particular, because there is her core nature, which is like more of a feminist and more rebellious, and you'll see that come out in book one. But then there is the nurture, there is what she's been taught, so she kind of oscillates back and forth between those two things. Like, should I be the good girl, or do I like follow my own heart? So now there's a third aspect to the core of her being, because she was raised since, you know, she was born in this culture, and now it is tangled up with her spicy proclivities. She was told she can't be touched by any man. So now we've given her guilt, shame, ignorance of her own pleasure. And all of that is not gelling with who she is at the core of her being. So she is a very complicated character. So by the time we get to books 2 and 3, Zarya has 2 men in her life. And at this point, she has been oppressed by purity culture. She has been lied to a ton. She has been sold. And all she really wants to find is safety. And Kieran can provide that. He makes her feel so seen, so safe. He gives her what she needs. He understands that to the best of his abilities. He is a consent king. However, everything that Kieran does playfully in the bedroom, everything that is scripted, in book 3, if you take a look carefully, Laslian is doing for real. And Zarya finds that danger a little bit exhilarating. So it's a double-edged sword for both of them, really. But part of the appeal with Laslian is, you know, that danger that is there because she is not ever going to be fully 100% safe with him. So when Zarya is very naive initially in her cult-like society, that it's not a bug, it's a function. She starts as a Sansa Stark-esque character who has to kind of go on this journey of I always say reclaiming her smegdual autonomy that should have never been taken in the first place, which is another reason why when we get to book 3, there is a lot of spicy times, because that is what would happen naturally after being kept from being touched by any man for so long. Her and Kieran kind of, you know, go at it a lot. And the dark romance with Laslian, the Key Lord, is not, it shouldn't be coming out of left field. It is, you know what they say, purity culture is grape culture. It is a natural consequence of the environment in which she was raised. So these books are probably my most misunderstood, and they're the ones I'm most proud of. But I definitely understand why, because it's not like in a traditionally published environment, you can't really do this kind of an arc. So going